Hello, there is latest news on the Fremantle Highway. The ship that on July the 25th caught fire with 498 electric vehicles and 3,784 internal combustion cars on board. And it's been one of the biggest shipping disasters in the last few years. Now, immediately the media were all over it, blaming the EV for the start of the fire. And although everyone expected the ship to sink, it didn't. So the salvage operators have been able to review the cause of the fire. Now, the exact cause of the fire is still not known, but 498 electric vehicles on the ship are undamaged and they're all in good condition. So despite what the media have been saying, the cause of the fire was not an electric vehicle, as none of them caught fire. Now, the chief of the salvage company, Peter Berdowski, told media that the fire probably started on the 8th deck, as this is where the worst damage is. But the lower decks, where all the EVs were and some ICE cars, were undamaged, and there were no fires. So the Fremantle Highway, a car and truck carrier, was going to Singapore from Bremerhaven in Germany when it caught fire on July the 25th. Hello, thanks very much for joining me. Hope you can like and subscribe, and please take a look at some of my other videos. That would be fantastic. Thank you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. The ship's Japanese owner also owned the container ship that blocked the Suez Canal in 2021. One of the employees of the company suggested that the cause of the fire might have been an electric car, but without any proof or evidence. At the time of the fire, the world's media and social media was all over the story, reveling in the fact that an electric vehicle had caused a fire of the ship and how dangerous they are, and we should have absolutely nothing to do with them. And that suits very much a lot of the legacy automakers who are struggling to make electric cars, and of course all the oil producing companies and countries.
The electric vehicle is thought to have started a fire on board a cargo ship carrying thousands. An electric car is the suspected source of the blaze. How can they know?
But now the latest news is that it wasn't an EV that started fire. And although millions, probably billions of people heard the story that it was an EV that started the fire, now, of course, only a fraction of those people are hearing the story that it wasn't an EV that started the fire, because none of them have been damaged. One of my viewers told me that he returned from Europe on Brittany ferries, and on his car they put a big blue sticker identifying him as an electric vehicle. Some of the comments on YouTube were hilarious, with some people calling for a ban on EVs on car ferries. But now we know that it wasn't an EV that started this fire, but there were on their internal combustion engines Porsche, Mini, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes and Volkswagen. Will the same people be calling for a ban of these vehicles on car ferries? Absolutely not. And I'm sure Brittany ferries aren't going to put a blue sticker when we know what was the cause of the fire on this ship. I've been driving for over 50 years, and if anyone should be stuck in the past, it's me. But I get so fed up with comments from friends, family, the media, that are just downright lies about EVs and what it's like to drive an EV. And that's the reason that I like to blog on YouTube. And thanks very much to all my subscribers. I very much appreciate it. And please leave any comments below. I was a driver in the RAF. I've probably driven over 1 million miles. I was also a rep and was doing 1,000 miles a week. So I've done a lot of miles. Very first car I've ever bought in my life was at the age of 68, and it was a Tesla Model 3. I bought it not because it was an electric vehicle. I bought it because I believed it to be the best car. And it's the first new car I've ever had, apart from my company cars. And so I just like to get some information out there, and I do get a lot of great comments back from viewers. Thank you very much. Mostly totally supportive. Very few negative response from people who own EVs. There's the odd little thing, nothing's perfect. The price is one thing, they're quite expensive. And of course the public charging. It's all something new. That's the problem, is people who don't have an EV And we're all used to just filling up at the petrol station. Now you drive by it and think, great, I don't have to do that today. But there's a different way of doing things. You know, like when you're on a motorway, if you try not to have to stop on the motorway for fuel. Of course, with an EV, if you do, you're in the service station. But of course, fuel usually for a petrol car is somewhere separate, so you can be charging your vehicle while you actually going to the loo or getting something to eat. But it's all a little bit different. That's the thing. If you can charge at home, you'll save a packet. If you can't charge at home, you'll still save quite a lot of money. Just try and avoid those expensive public chargers, mostly owned by the oil companies and some of the legacy automakers, so stay clear of those. So anyway, I love blogging and talking about electric vehicles, and I like to get some facts out there and my own experience, and I do enjoy this car. It's simple, it's clear. Whatever you think, please leave a comment below. I hope you can like and subscribe, and you can remember to take your reusable coffee and tea mug wherever you go. Thanks very much, and take care. See you next time. Bye.